to the show. I'm joined with Franco from Fresh Air Carpet Cleaning. And we thought we'd take a little bit of different slang today. A lot of people have been writing in and asking Franco about cleaning tips. You've been given a couple of them. You can check them out on your Facebook page. And what to do, what not to do, and colour correction and things like that. Things that I didn't even realise you could put the colour back in your carpet without resorting to a spray can.
Yes. Please don't resort to a spray can.
But Franco, the Carpet Cleaning Association.
Yes.
A bit of history about that.
Okay, well, basically that stemmed from a conversation that I had with another fellow carpet cleaner, Kim House, and we'd gone to a conference over in Sydney. And on the way back, we were sitting in Sydney Airport, getting ready to board the plane, which was great. Yeah. And all of a sudden there was technical issues with the plane, which was probably a good idea not to take off. So we had got stuck at the airport for several hours. And we started talking. And at that stage, I'd already started developing a buying group, because buying in numbers, obviously you get better prices.
Yep.
And so I had a network of people, and with also the training had just started up around about then, which is one of the reasons why we've gone over to Sydney. Anyway, cut a long story short, we started having a conversation, and he had some ideas about getting an organisation of like-minded technicians together to, basically increase our strength and visibility within the marketplace. And I already had that buying group going, so we melded that idea, and we came up with the idea of what started off as the Advantage Group, is what we used to call ourselves, the Advantage Group Carpet Cleaners.
Okay.
And it was an industry-based association and people who have come together. We've all had training, like qualified training, so that we basically all reading off the same page. We work to the Australian standards, and we all have a whole heap of different skill sets. So within the association, we've got everything that you can cover. So anyway, we bundled along for a little while as the Advantage Group. Problem with it was that with that name there, everybody thought that we were another cleaning company, so it was a very confused message. So just a few years ago, I think it was about three years ago now, we decided to change it to the Carpet Cleaners Association of WA Incorporated. Now that gave us a sudden boost of visibility with the marketplace. People understood more about what we were about. And the whole thing with it, the whole premise behind it with it is to be able to raise the bar of the industry so that people who are looking for someone that does carpet or upholstery or tile cleaning can have someone to call on that is not just some local yokel that has to, a little machine sitting in the back of his grotty old ute, and you don't know what sort of quality you're going to get from them. Okay, so we've really tried to professionalise the industry. That was the whole premise of it in the first place. Obviously, as a buying group as well, that sort of comes into it, strength in numbers. But certainly to try to get our industry more recognised and our members more recognisable for that professionalism.
It's interesting when you say, like from a business perspective, how you change the name from Advantage Group to a name that actually really does tell you what it is. As part of a group, when you actually do the name change and when you set an organisation like that up, does that then actually start really defining the direction of the strategy and the internal mechanisms of what you're about and what you're going to provide to members?
Look, there's a bit hard to answer that one, because the change of the name itself didn't really affect that. We had a set goal already that we wanted to achieve.
Right.
Okay, but what it has done is to basically focus us more outside of the group rather than within the group. We already had that focus within the group, but it was just getting a confused message across to other people out there.
Yep.
So that focus was there so that we could actually provide a one-stop place, I guess, for anything to do with carpeting and upholstery and tile and grout within a person's home or a commercial premises, business premises. So whether it be a water damage restoration, whether it be a colour correction, whether it be a carpet laying, carpet supply, carpet cleaning, obviously, anything to do with your carpet. If you have an issue, there is someone within the association with the specialist skills needed to be able to come in and get that problem sorted out. Okay, and with that, the big advantage with that is that as a member, you are obliged to stay within our code of ethics. And so there's an implied warranty from the association that we have an issue with a member, we deal with it. The person that has a problem can contact us, and we will then get onto the person who has done the job and make sure that that is either rectified, and if it can't be rectified, or if this person is a constant offender, we politely ask them to not rejoin. And there have been a couple of instances of that, whilst they have the training, they didn't make any real changes to the way they were doing things, which was reflected in their work, and we didn't want that as part of the association. So a couple of people have to
So it gives consumers real confidence that when they're, so for consumers it gives them real confidence. But I also see that if I was getting into the carpet cleaning industry myself, or I may be in, it would give me somewhere to go where I'm with like-minded people, because knowledge tends to equal money. The more training, the more knowledge, we tend to earn a bit more money. We tend to be a little bit more respected, whether the jobs come easier or we get bigger jobs because we've got an association like that. As a new member join, just a matter of interest for them, what are the steps? Is there a process, is a validation process they go through?
Okay, well, basically what we need them to do is to be able to contact us, obviously, first. We've got to have a website, which is ccwa.com.au. There's an application form on there that you can fill in. To be able to join as a probationary member, first of all, you need to supply your insurance details, first and foremost. So you have to have a certificate of currency for that. You've obviously got to have a police clearance as well, because you don't want any Tom, Dick or Harry just coming in. Those are two of the key points that you need to be able to present to us first. Then there is an interview process where you will talk to our recruitment officer, which is Kim Housen, the fellow I mentioned before, and he will actually go through with you to see what you've got and what you haven't got. And then we need to be able to bring you up to a full member, and that's a process that can take up to 12 months, or at least we allow for up to 12 months. In that time, they have to undertake training, okay, and they have to get a certification to say that they've undertaken the training and that they have passed. Okay, not just the case that they haven't turned up, because I've actually seen people turn up in a couple of ones that I went over east, and they literally turned up and slept.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, well, you got a lot of value out of that. So you've turned up, you've got a certificate of attendance, but what does that mean? Okay, so we do need to make sure that you've actually got something in writing to say that you've actually completed the course and you've been deemed competent somehow. So that's a really big thing. We're very focused on training, okay, and so we take you through that. It's a bit of a mentoring process as well. We will go through your van or your truck or whatever it is that you have a look at the equipment you've got. If you haven't actually started up, we can actually suggest what you can go or where you can go to get equipment.
That's a great advantage.
Honestly, there's a lot of people that do make big mistakes. I've got a current trainee that's going through with me, and he's bought a vehicle and machinery, which is unfortunately not really something he should have bought, and he paid over the odds for it. He's really regretting his decision now. Now that he started his training and he's seen what there is around the place, he's kicking himself. But he can make do with what he's got now until he's ready to make another step up. But once again, we can advise him. We can show him this is where you can go, this is the sort of things you need, and this is how you can achieve it.
And that's great comfort for someone coming. I was going to ask for someone new wants to come into that industry. It's a great starting point that, they may not be in the industry already, but to be able to come and talk to an organisation, join it, be able to get that advice. But also I think it gives comfort to consumers. They're going, well, you're actually not just going, here's your certificate, you've actually passed, but to know that the equipment people are using and advising and supporting within a network, I think I'd rather get my job done by someone who is in a supportive network. Rather than just someone who just bought a ticket that said, I've got a certificate for membership.
And look, unfortunately there are things like that out there as well. There's the old tick and flick, yes, you've done that, no problems. But what does it really mean at the end of the day? I mean, as you know, I do training as well, and my training is competence-based training. Yes, you can do all the theory you like, but unless you know how to put it into practice, you don't get through my course. Essentially, that's what it boils down to. Because if I do put someone out there, I need to know, for my own self-satisfaction, I guess, that they're capable of doing the job properly by the time that they've done what I've shown them. Otherwise, it really it's a waste of training, isn't it? But that's what the association is about as well. And once again, as I said, we do have a strong focus on training. We do 4 free training workshops per year,
which is excellent.
And given the amount of money that we charge for our membership fee, it's actually really good value, because normally people come across for a course and you're looking at as a minimum $400 to $1,000.
Yeah.
for a course, where we give free,
4 of them.
4 of them, free,
Wow.
let me emphasise that word, free, per year. But with that, we, as an ongoing member, we also require that you attend a minimum of 2 every year. And if you don't attend it, your membership is in jeopardy, basically,
Wow.
because it doesn't show that you're really wanting to keep up with what changes there might be out there.
We'll have to talk more of this, and we'll come back with Franco Prior and more from the Carpet Cleaning Association of Western Australia.